Hey guys, what's going on? It's Christine here with Midnight Sun, the book podcast by Kris, the book podcast. Anyway, so for those of you who haven't heard my other podcast before, I'll be doing a reading of each chapter, and then after the chapters, I will be, giving my own opinions, explaining it, just talking nonsense. So instead of doing readings of each chapter, I'm just going to do summaries because I realized these chapters and these episodes would be extremely long if I did readings. If you guys want to listen to an audiobook, just go buy an audiobook. I'm just going to do summaries. If you guys don't want to listen to my nonsense, just listen to the readings and then just skip ahead to the next episode. Simple as that. You guys can follow me on Twitter at Kris the Podcast, and you can follow me on YouTube at Kris the Book Podcast, and check out my other Spotify podcast, which is Sweet Nightmares, the Book Podcast. That book is Sweet Nightmares by Tracy Wolff. It's honestly, I love sticking with the mystery vibes and fantasy stuff, so yeah. Here's Midnight Sun, Chapter 1. It's titled First Sight. It introduces readers to Edward Cullen's perspective as Bella Swan arrives at Forks High School. Edward, who possesses the ability to read minds, is immediately struck by a million thoughts about the new girl. However, he's even more disturbed by the fact he cannot read Bella's mind at all. Compounding this mystery is overwhelming, alluring by her scent, which triggers an intense, dangerous thirst within him. This chapter establishes the central conflict: Edward's struggle to reconcile his predatory instincts and his growing fascination, his inexplainable connection to Bella Swan. So that is my summary of the chapter. Now, I did write some notes after reading it. So, first of all, I'm pretty sure if you guys know what Twilight is, you guys all know that Edward is a mind reader. But out of, respect, he tries to at least block out his family's minds, give them their privacy. It's not always successful, but he at least tries. So kudos on him for that. Reading chapter 1, it seems like they picture Jasper as, a very predatorial. He's gone bloodthirsty and he can strike out any moment. In the movies, he was fine. They made him seem somewhat dangerous, but he wasn't even that bad. It just looked like it was hard for him to be around everyone, but the producers didn't give, his character too much thought. But in the book, Alice is searching, the future to make sure that Jasper doesn't have a fuck up every day or fuck up any day. She keeps searching and she doesn't know. Always sends a message to Edward whenever to keep an eye out for Jasper. Well, other than that, I'm wondering how annoyed is Edward on hearing everyone's thoughts 24/7? It's just your mind is constantly turned on. It's hard enough with my own thoughts. At night, hearing my own thoughts at night, keeps me awake. But hearing everyone's thoughts, it's hard to tune out. I bet it would be. But also, while he's at school surrounded by hundreds of people, not thousands because it's Forks High School, it's a small town. But when he's surrounded by hundreds of people, I bet if vampires can get headaches, I bet he would get a huge headache. Because all he can hear is everyone's curiosity on Bella Swan. Curiosity and jealousy. Like with Jessica, he can hear that she's already jealous of her. But in the movies, it somewhat showed her jealousy too. Honestly, I forget what her name is. Anna Kendrick. She did a really good job of at least showing her jealousy. She plays good characters when she has to show bitchiness. I love her, but she has a resting bitch face. So a lot of these mean characters or jealous characters is perfect for her. And that scene where Bella walks into the room and a fan blows her scent towards Edward, the movies just made it seem like, yeah, he wants to eat her. But in Midnight Sun, in his perspective, he's planning an entire massacre. Like, he's planning, okay, he has to kill the people to the right first, and then the people across from him, and the people that are in front of him are so lucky because at least they won't see him coming. He wants to kill Bella last in order to save her blood for last. So it's nice and warm. So it's like, with a nice cup of coffee. You want to drink it nice and hot. You don't want to drink a cold coffee. Unless if it's summer and it's iced coffee. That is different. But you want to drink your coffee nice, hot, and warm, still fresh. You don't want it to die down. So that's what Edward's thinking, but with Bella's blood. He's going to kill everyone in the room just so he could kill her. Other than that, I say the funny part to listen to is the secretary's mind. When Edward runs out of the class, going to the secretary to try and switch classes, the secretary just keeps reminding herself that he's too young, and Edward can hear it. Now, honestly, to me, that secretary, she's going to get called by the cops. 100%. Like, she cannot keep herself away. Like, she should not be working in a school environment. Very, very pedophile-like. But that is the summary of chapter 1. Pretty much my summary of chapter 1 and my little thoughts on it. If you guys can check out my other podcast, it's called Sweet Nightmare, the book podcast. It's by the book Sweet Nightmares by Tracy Wolff. That is an actual reading and then me giving my thoughts on it. So the episodes are longer. You guys can check out my YouTube channel. My page is called Kris the Book Podcast. My Twitter is called Kris the Podcast. I forgot to put book and it was a little too late to change it. So it's my Twitter handle, the X handle is now Kris the Podcast. I also made a GoFundMe when I started doing Sweet Nightmares, the book podcast. If you guys can, you don't have to. If you could donate $1 or $2, that, like, the money that I'm raising is going to be going towards better gear. Like, my short-term goal is to buy an actual microphone from Amazon. That would be actually pretty cool because at the moment, I'm just using my phone and I'm pretty sure you guys can hear it too. So if you guys want better audio, I'll link the GoFundMe down below. Please like and subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel, or share any one of my channels. This podcast is going to be on both Spotify, Amazon Music, and I don't know where else yet. I know on YouTube I'll place it. But we'll see where it goes. Thank you guys for listening, and bye!